Hi, welcome back to Box of the Lights. Welcome to the Mage Knight Shades of Tezla playthrough. At the end of the last episode, we took away a crystal from here that we'd acquired through Crystallize. But here's a little tip that Nimral pointed out for me. Thank you for your comment. I could have used the Ice Mages to gain a blue mana token and a blue crystal to your inventory. Of course, using units like this at the end of a round before they refresh is a no-brainer, really. So let's take advantage of that slip up. So we lost a crystal, put one back, and we're ready to begin the final night. I think my plan is to just unleash fury on this hidden valley. I'm going to hop in here using my portal, which won't provoke him, but as soon as I attack, that will provoke him. So I'm going to be looking at 2 Rampaging Orcs, 2 Draconum, and a level 4 boss here. But if I can take out the High Priestess, the Elementalist faction leader, then that's all we need to do. You don't have to defeat these minions. Dummy goes first though, so let's start with 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. That's a blue. Perfect. So let's start by hopping over there with Temporal Portal. We're going to charge it with blue mana, which we can get from the source. I really like some black mana to use the tornado, but it's not easy to come by. We're kind of reliant on the dice. I was tempted to try and go down in here, but I've really run out of time. I got to use all the cards I've got now to take this thing out. I think what I'd rather do is play something like Decompose right now. I don't think I want green, so I'm going to get rid of March. Remove this from the game. I'll power this with red mana. So effectively I end up with, I gain a red and lose a red, but I get blue and white as opposed to 2 green. I think that will be fine. I think that will help me. So I get blue, white and red. The reason why blue's good is because I need blue to do this siege ice attack and then blue to do this siege ice attack. So these 2 blues now, I've set myself up for these catapults and ice mages. And I think I'm probably going to end my turn there and see what I can do in the way of rolling dice. I'm kind of hoping for black. Just think, what have I done? Yeah, I've just done them. That was my action for the turn, wasn't it? Yeah. It's another green. I've got 4 cards in my hand. Hand size is only 5. I draw Swiftness. What I'm trying to think about is possibly ditching a couple of cards. Move. Yeah, I don't need influence. I don't need move. I mean, they work sideways, but I want something better. Dummy. 1, 2, 3. It's white. 2 crystals, so 2 more cards. I think my turn. I'm just going to discard 2 cards. I've got to be careful because Dummy's going quite fast. I could do move 2. Get rid of this blue and not actually move anywhere, and then I could just end my turn. I'm hoping to roll maybe another white and a black, and ideally a black. Red. Okay, end of my turn. I'm actually going to get rid of Promise as well. I need some move to assault the place. Because it is an assault. You draw 2 more cards. 1, 2. Swiftness and pure magic. I've really got to be careful though that dummy doesn't run out. I could just go and try and take on, that's the green, 2 of these. Try and take on one of these things maybe. I don't have enough white for this, so let's go in. Move 2. Let's go in and see what happens. I'm assaulting this place. Now I was holding out because I was hoping for that black mana because I wanted to use Tornado, but it's not going to happen. This guy is joining the fray, and I'd actually like to take down this thing. I mean, I could target some of these smaller ones and just take them out, right? But I think the key is trying to take down this thing instead. So it's got, you can see it's got 2 strength 4 attacks, but 4 armor with fire resistance. So adding fire is not going to help, but let's see. So 4, 4, 4. So if I charge up these 2, that's a siege ice attack 4, siege ice attack 5. They're not fortified, so I can do ranged attack 3. Another one would have been good. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 12 here. Ranged attack 12. I can't quite do enough. I can't quite do another. 12's pretty good. So let's start there. That's ranged attack 12. I'm going to grab one of my shield tokens, because what that does is for each 4, and I got 3 lots of 4, I get to mark a successive level down on the faction leader token. Okay, so I've done 12 damage. 4, 4, 4. Right, it starts at level 4, so we put one of our shields here. 4, 4, 4. That's 4, 8, 12. I do have ranged attack 3, so I could potentially be taking hitting one of these others as well, but it's not quite enough. This one's got physical resistance, so I need ranged attack 6 here. Although I could add this to it and that would take it down. I kind of want to use the white mana I've got to charge this one instead. I think I'd rather stop one of those dragons attacking. So what I'm going to do is use my daily ability here to get a blue and a white crystal. Mana token, sorry. It's a subtle terminology difference. Mana tokens go in your player area, crystals go over here on your inventory, and you can have them persist. Because we're now going into them attacking and me blocking, but I'm going to use Whirlwind, charge it with this white. Target enemy does not attack. I'm going to stop this one attacking. I'll just turn him over for now. Now let's think about each one. Let's do the minions first. So this one's got attack 6. It's a cold fire attack. I've got armor 3, so I'm going to take that 6. Take a wound, reduce it by 3 to 3. Take a wound, reduce it from 3 to 0. Okay, so I've got 2 wounds. Remember, we can't take 5 or more wounds. Equal or more than our hand size, and we're knocked out. So 4 wounds is all we can take. 2 more. But that's him attacked. He's done his thing. Okay, we've taken 2 wounds. Right, now these 2. This has got an attack 3. This has got an attack 4. I'm not blocking either. Instead, I'm going to let my units take those. In fact, I'm going to take one of them. Attack 3, I'll take a wound and take one of them. And then the attack 4, I'll let the ice mages take that. So their 4 armor will soak that up. Okay. And double the amount of damage because it's brutal, so that will be 8 damage. I think we might have taken another wound. Let's let it go. So that's those 2 done now. Okay, now we've got the faction leader itself, and it's doing its 2 4 fire attacks. Right, it's still here. Wherever this thing's pointing is where it's doing. All these effects take effect. At the end of this turn, once the combat's over, we withdraw. We're going to move this token down to here. Okay, whichever level doesn't have one of my shields on it. And then from this from now onwards, from that point onwards, if we attacked it again, it would then have these skills. Okay, so we would have 3 level 2 attacks, 2 fire, 1 actually a fire and ice and a cold fire, and 3 armor with ice and fire resistance. So you see that if you partially knock it down, it actually changes the attributes of the enemy, of the faction leader when you attack it again. But here we are, this is where we're at. So we've got 2, 4 fire attacks, and I'm going to take the wound from that, which means I'm going to get knocked out, so I can't afford to have that happen. I'm just going to run through this again and double check everything. So we're doing this to get these. Here's our move 2 to assault. We're going to do siege attack for 9 ice attack. We're going to play whirlwind, charge it with white. In actual fact, I'm just going to use a blue from the source for this one. Okay, keep this one here. Okay, so we've got 9 attack, 9 siege attack. That's going to put 4, 8, 2 lots of damage here. We're stopping this enemy attacking. I also want to, during the range phase, I want to take out this guy. He's got 3 physical resistance armor. So we're using swiftness charged with white to do ranged attack 3, and we're adding fire to it. Fire, ranged attack 3. That defeats him. Now we've got 2 enemies attacking plus the faction leader. We'll do this one first. So 6 cold fire. Remember, we don't have anything to do any blocking with. So 6 cold fire is going to do 2 wounds to us. Okay, 6 reduced by armor twice. Okay, 2 wounds. That's him done. He can go back to his hole here in the lake. This one here doing a 3 physical attack. I'll take this as well. I'm happy with that. No worries. Then we've got 2 fire attacks from the faction leader. The ice mages will take 4 damage with their 4 armor, and the catapults will take 4 damage with their 4 armor. Okay, that's it. We've got 3 wounds. We're not knocked out. And it's now the melee attack phase. Can we do anything? Yes, we can. We can't use swiftness. Ranged attack 3 because I've got no white left, but I can use pure magic. This might be enough. I've got a blue and a red crystal left in my inventory, so I can charge pure magic. I can pay 1 red, and it says if you pay red, get attack 7. I'll play swiftness with it sideways. That's attack 8. Attack 8 is enough to put 2 more shields down. Remember, his armor is 4 and he's fire resistant. I'm not making any fire attacks. I'm not using any red cards. I've used a blue card. We end the combat. These guys are still here. We've taken out 1. We reduce the faction leader down to the level that's unmarked with a shield. So if this was left, then he'd now become a level 1 faction leader. Because we've marked all 4 levels, we've hit him 4 times, we've defeated the faction leader. And we're going to get the fame level, which is level 3, for each of those levels. 3 times 4, that's 12 fame. You'll notice too, this faction leader has arcane immunity, which means I couldn't use non-attack, non-block level effects against it. You don't get any faction tokens for defeating faction leaders. We have, however, also defeated these orcs here for 4 fame. So that's 16 in total, right? So I'm on 19 plus 16, 35. We've gone down 2 levels, so that's an extra 2 fame. You'll notice that we've used a regular enemy giving us 4 fame, not one of the faction ones. So when we've substituted in, because we ran out of the faction enemies, the Elementist, Rampaging Orcs, when you substitute in a regular one, you don't get a faction token as a reward, because you've got that extra fame, alright? What you'll find is those Elementalist enemies have 1 less fame because they give you one of these faction tokens instead. Okay, so that's combat over, and we've defeated the High Priestess. The good news is, when you do that, not only is she defeated, and we've got her 12 fame, but her minions go scampering away. Okay, they leave the game and fleeing into the hills, let's say. You don't get any reward for them. You don't have to fight them. And you don't have to withdraw from this site now. This becomes a safe space. I'm just going to throw this away, my healing herbs, and get rid of one of these wounds. Then we can wrap up our turn. That blue crystal can go back to our inventory, and we can use that one from here instead. Mana token. Used all of our cards. This gets re-rolled. It's a gold, so that's depleted. Why this is significant now is that we do get one more turn. Dummy does not. Okay, so once you've defeated that faction leader token, the High Priestess, Dummy doesn't go, we get one more turn, and then that's game over. So possibly if there's anything we can do in the way of healing, although we have got a bit of levelling up to do as well. So this goes over here. We could potentially recruit another unit, for example. We do get a new skill. This one's called Nature's Vengeance. We can reduce enemy attacks and make them cumbersome. This one's called Beguile. It gives you lots of extra influence. I probably could have used my Tome of Relearning during that last battle to grab something like this, which gives you lots of attack. Or this one. That might have been good, but we made it through without the additional effort. I don't think anything here is really helping me, is it? So I don't know, I'll grab anything. I'm actually going to use my tome to swap this for this one. And this is a good way. That Tome of Relearning does let you get skills back. Obviously that's going to happen on my turn, so I'm a bit premature. Because I also get an advanced action. There's nothing here to help me heal. You've got Static Resolve, that just lets you discard wounds. I'm going to take training, I think. So I don't think it matters much. So I'm not ready to redraw yet, am I? That goes back on top. And then I draw. My hand size is now 6, so 4 cards. And if I do have some healing, I'll be happy. Oh wow, I do. Okay, heal 2. There we go. Use green mana. Heal 2. This is why that extra turn at the end of the game is so useful. As it goes, we ended our turn on the Hidden Valley, which now it's liberated, acts as a magical glade, so we get its healing essence. That means I can throw away a wound from my hand or discard pile for free. And if I end my turn here, and then at the start of the turn, I'll get a gold mana. Not that I can do anything with it. And of course, what it does mean is I could have gotten rid of that wound and drawn another card instead. Yeah, threaten. That doesn't really help me. And training. Throw an action card from your hand, then take a card of the same colour from the advanced actions offer and put it in your discard pile. Oh, I've already got red cards. That was unlucky. Okay, I think we're done. I don't think there's anything more we want to do. We don't want to move because we might provoke that enemy again. We could potentially have a go at this thing, but it is elusive. We'll need to do 14 damage during this siege attack. I don't really fancy assaulting that keep, so we've got ritual attack, so yeah, not enough to take out that dragon. But what a game! We are victorious. We have defeated the High Priestess. So let's work out our scores. We got our standard. In this scenario, you take your standard achievement scoring. No titles are awarded, of course. So have a look. Achievement bonuses for knowledge. 2 points for every spell, and 1 for each advanced action. So that's 4 for spells, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's an extra 10 points for knowledge. 37 is our base, up to 47. Loot, 2 for artifacts, 1 for every 2 crystals. I've only got 1 crystal. Leader, you would get points for each level of your units, but you half it rounded down if they're wounded, so a level 3 is only worth 1 point. So that's 2 more points here. Takes me to 49. Score's not going to be great, I'm afraid. Conqueror. 2 points for each site. We only took 1 Mage Tower, I think. Yep, so that's 2 points. Greatest Adventurer, so Adventurer sites, also 2 points. We didn't get any of those. And then Greatest Beating, -2 for each wound. We didn't have any wounds left in our deck. Finally, for the scenario itself, score 20 points for defeating the High Priestess. So we're on 51 to 71. If you finish the game 1 or more rounds before the round limit, score 30 points. So if we had dived in on the previous day, 30 points to be had. Score 1 point for each card remaining in Dummy D's deck, and if the end of round has not been announced, score an additional 5 points. So we will get those 5 points. And let's count Dummy's deck. It wasn't great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points. Takes us to 82. A mere 82. But I'm happy with the result. It was a good win. The map was exhausting, really closed in, difficult to get about. We had to channel through mountains and lakes and then fight through some difficult terrain. The hidden valley was properly hidden behind a couple of lakes. Up here there was only one way in, but we managed to use a portal to zip across here. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. It was quite taxing, just trying to make sure everything was right, and I did have to retake a few things because of mistakes made. But that's Mage Knight. Don't get bogged down too much in the rules. It's the kind of game. I mean, if I wasn't videoing this, I'd have made mistakes and moved away from them, kind of oblivious that they'd even happened, and that's fine. It's the kind of game where you can get away with making mistakes and still enjoy it. So if you're worried about playing this game, don't be. It's a great experience that you shouldn't hold back from, and I hope this video series has helped you in some way. Look out for the Mage Knight Ultimate Edition, which will contain this and all the expansion material plus some bonus cards, and it'll be available very soon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.